Well, welcome back. And because I'm looking for any reason in the world to avoid doing my math homework right now, let's get some of the 3 billion issues, start to get a couple of them down today on this car. I just spent a good while cleaning up in here. So we actually have a good bit of room because not today is Tuesday, I think. Yeah, it's Tuesday. And not this weekend, but next weekend, starting Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to start pulling the engine transmission out of this car. And until then, I'm going to try to make a video for each week. And so in that sense, I need to get some work done on this. I need to do it anyway. So we might as well prepare to get ready for the giant burnout that I'm going to do and probably get in trouble for in town. So, no, I'm just kidding. I do want to do a burnout though, a good send away burnout, and get this thing all nice and cleaned up. Mostly focusing on the engine bay now, because even though it looks like trash, it's painted. It looks better than it did before, but it doesn't look good. So, oh well, we're gonna make the engine bay look good since I know a lot of stuff now, and it's mostly rattle can stuff, so be way simpler. But before we do that, I need to fix the coolant leak. That is a little bit of a pain. And I think there's a transmission leak. I don't know. We gotta put thread tape on them cooler lines either way, so let's just do both of them. But I have to open this door so that I can jack up the front of the car way high, put ramps under the front, and put jack stands in the jack under the back. And I hope it'll still fit while it's on ramps and stuff. So we'll see. I'll give it a shot. And welcome back to the Antique Geek Garage. Yes! Alright, I gotta back the car up and move it. I'm just gonna move it as far over this way as I can, just to give us a little bit of room on that side. And we'll pull right back in, and then jack it up, put the stands and everything under. Done. Alright, let's jack this thing up now. So it's elevated enough to where I can kind of fit underneath of it now, I think. And here's the engine bay, by the way. It's kind of why I want to dress her up a little bit. She's rough. If you look down here, it's kind of where we're leaking some coolant, and it goes pretty far ways down. But I think it's from running off from about here-ish. Now this is, I guess this would be the return. Yeah, this would be the return side. So even if she's only this much, she's got to flow right through there. So I don't know. I think we'll just pull it out and use some JB Weld or something and see if it works. I don't know. This thing, it needs work, but it runs, and it runs pretty good actually. So oh well. underneath the car, give you a little sneak peek. I mean, it's rusty, very. And we need to fix that cross member, because there's one bolt on there. So that's going to happen too. And we got to fix transmission leak. Although I do not see any puddles down here. But that was, so I swapped the transmission. That really dark spot up there, yeah, that's just from the old transmissions laying there. So none of this is new, which is good. Very good. So just a couple little things that we got to get done with it today, and maybe today, hopefully today. Spiderweb. So plans change a lot actually, and yeah, it's Sunday. It is, my watch is dead. It's like just past 7 o'clock. It's freezing cold right now, and I have to have this video finished, recorded, edited, and uploaded probably by tonight, because I'm leaving 5 a.m. tomorrow and won't be home till 9. So I gotta get stuff, I get, you know, the thing done. It's covered in sawdust, and the garage floor is covered in flooring and sawdust because of the new flooring I've been putting in our house. But it's done, and now I can finally get back to this thing. It kind of sucks because I literally washed it and waxed it, and now it's covered in sawdust. So I have to do that again. But all that aside, we gotta fix the radiator, and we're gonna pull that out tonight. So it's gonna be kind of a quick, you know, really short episode, but it's all I could do for this week, and I will not wait, you know, too long before making a new episode. I want to try to get some out, because it is still good content, I would say. So we'll record. It's also, I'm also gonna just kind of just give you a brief of what we are going to be doing, and then next week we're really gonna dig into this car and get it fully ready for the road. As of right now, I have to fix, if I'm being picky, gotta fix the radio thing. I put a new head unit in, but it doesn't fit perfect, and I want it to be nice and sleek and, you know, set in so you can't tell that it's just dangling there almost. That's gonna take a little while. I gotta run a bunch more wiring to it for the backup camera that came with this car. I am gonna hook it up because it came with it, so I'm gonna use it. I gotta move my high beam switch to like actually mount it the right way, because it's not. It's just a toggle switch that I hooked up, but it's still not even remotely close to where I want it. So that needs to be done. I still gotta hook up an actual oil pressure gauge. We gotta pull the engine out probably next weekend, I would say. It needs inspected. Pennsylvania requires that. And I don't know. I want to put a mini spool in it, because that would allow us to have, you know, the two-wheel peel. Now, if I slam it into reverse, then push it into first, I can usually get both of them to spin, but, you know, it's boring, okay? So, grow up. I'm going to do that, and I got to find a coat, because it's really cold already. Anyway, running-wise, it's running fine. Transmission leak, I haven't seen it recently, but it might just be a little bit low. So I need to add some more fluid, and we're going to need more coolant, because most of it's probably going to end up on the garage floor if I had to take a guess. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to back the car up just a little bit. I'm not going to be able to close the door, but should hopefully only be for tonight and tomorrow, or actually probably up till Tuesday, because I won't be here tomorrow at all. And, yeah, windshield wipers, those are pretty important. Brakes are all good. I redid all that already. See, unfortunately, I'll show a picture on screen of what this car looks like, or at least what it did look like, to what it does now. Bought this car a year and a half ago. Actually, it was a birthday present for my 15th birthday. It was $900. It didn't run, sat for 7 years, and it's running good now. I put all the work into it myself. I had absolutely no help, so it's coming a long way. And yeah, let's dive in, man. I gotta get this done. Yes, thrilling. Nice thing is, you can just hop in my car, because the driver door doesn't lock from the outside, and put it in neutral, and that's it. You can roll my car off a cliff, so that's good. You don't even need the key. But I rolled it back, you know, enough for me to still smash my back off these metal bars behind me, and well, I think I made enough room, but I didn't. Yay. I'm thrilled. So, we only really have to take off top hose, bottom hose, cooler lines for the transmission, I'm sure are back there. Didn't even look yet. The shroud for the fan, the top part at least, and then, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Unfortunately, the AC lines run straight across the shroud, and I'm not gonna mess with those. I'm just gonna move them out of the way as best I can, and I should be able to get it out still. So let's do that real quick. I need a light though. Can't see. Oh, we're back to life. Okay. There's the PS lines down there. The AC condenser is huge on this thing. Okay, that transmission cooler line looks like it's gonna rot in half. Probably snap off and make my life miserable, so we'll make sure to keep that in the notebook. Spray some TV Blaster now and predicting the future. Just start spraying stuff and you'll probably get the right thing. Really? Good thing we're already missing some hardware right off the bat. That's a great sign if you ask me. Awesome. That's probably really bad for it, actually. So we're gonna not worry about that. Oh, we got some stuff in the radiator. This is good to have. Whoops. I'm gonna put those back before I spill them everywhere. Well, somebody help me understand this now. Half inch. We're gonna get a normal one. You gotta look at this. Look at this. Here's my wrench drawer for standard. What size do I need? Of course. Do I have another? Oh, I got one over here. Wow, that's my luck, fellas. I'll bring you in a little closer, too. There you go. I need a little bit worse of a view there. Okay. Come on now. Yep. Good thing this car sits really high off the ground. It makes it really easy to get underneath to work on. It's really convenient, actually. Oh. Found the transcooler line. We're gonna jack this thing up a little bit. Man. Alright, I'll get this disconnected and pulled out and we'll take a look. And we're going to take a look at that transmission. I think it did leak, so I'm going to get that figured out for sure. Alright, well, I got the radiator out. It's filled with some water. Just put a piece of tape over that side so it can slowly leak out. But I'm just making sure that this is the side that was more wet than the other side, so we're just gonna keep an eye on it. Now granted, I spilled water everywhere and tried to dry it up the best I could. Should be a pretty noticeable leak. If it is, I'm kind of worried that it was the transmission fluid that was leaking out of it now. Not exciting. And yeah, there's a big puddle of transmission fluid underneath the car now. Bright red. That was not there before, so I'm thinking something in the lines, cooler lines, because if that puddle wasn't there, I run the car, I drove it, there's a dirt road back there. I drove it up the dirt road and came back, and now there's a big puddle. Probably was coolant, or not coolant, transmission fluid that got circulated through the cooler. Well, all that leaked out at some point, and that's going to be our issues, my guess. So I might just run new cooler lines, and that might fix our leak. But no guarantees on that, so we're just going to have to see if it will or not. But that's going to be it for tonight. So I am going to film the rest tomorrow, and I'll catch you then. So it's, more days. This video's going to come out on Sunday again, but it'll be a week gap from the last one. Sorry, there's no time, between 2 jobs and school. This is hard. It's hard to do. That being said, I think our radiator leak does not leak. So I'm thinking maybe this top hose was not tightened, good. And that could have been our issue because it's not cut straight. So if we ever cut that, I don't know, man. Interesting. And then we're going to fix this transmission leak and drop her back down, and she's going to get inspected tomorrow. So we're going to get this in, and then we'll try to get all this done so we can shine it up and make it look pretty for tomorrow. So I'm just going to take this, spray this out, clean it out, and then I'll set up the camera and we'll put it back in. Yeah. Life changes. So it's the same day, but, from the last clip. But plans have changed. It's literally the story of my life. So I had to go to the gym because I took somebody else with me and they had to be there at a specific time. I'm back. I ate dinner. It's almost 9 o'clock. And we have to get this done tonight. And then, I got to get it inspected tomorrow. So, like I said, it showed no signs of any leaks. I blowed out the radiator with just the garden hose. I'm going to toss this in real quick. Fill it with water. Just water. If it proves to me that it's not leaking anymore, and it's a good radiator, and it was probably just a bad hose or something, and then we'll call it good. And I'll flush that out, and then throw in some coolant, and it'll be good for the winter. But it'll be okay on water for tonight. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 60-something still in the day, at least. I don't know if I'll get around to shining this. I would like to, though, so we'll see. We'll play it kind of by ear there, because it is pretty dusty. And I would really like for it to look pretty nice. And, we'll just kind of see how far I can get, and that'll be it. So I'm going to throw this in. I'm not going to really video it, because it's like 4 bolts, hook your cooler lines and all that. And after that, we're going to jack up the back of the car. We're going to put the ramps under the front, jack up the back, and we're going to fix those cooler lines real quick. Again, see if we can. And then maybe we should have no leaks. Maybe? I don't know. That seems a little extreme. We'll play it by ear. All right. Catch you in a couple, hours, months, years, days. I don't know anymore. All right. So I got the radiator back in and everything. Everything seems to be good. The fan is not hitting anything. So I'm going to start it up. Dump some water in while it's running. It's probably going to need a little bit. Probably not too much. I filled up the radiator just with it sitting there, but it'll need a little more. So I'll do that, and then we'll fix the transmission. Yeah, it was a cold startup. It's been probably about a week since I started this thing, ish. Yeah, probably about a week. So let's see how she does. Now it's really smoky, so I'm actually gonna fix the transmission first. Basically. A little bit of heat in it though. Probably about 12 degrees or so. No. I doubt it even go up to 120 or 130 there. yeah. So I'm just gonna let this funnel sit here with the water in it and crawl underneath and see if I can get these lines fixed, because that's a slight problem, basically, is what I'm saying. So I'll throw ramps under and see what we can do. That'll be enough to get me severely injured. This better be the last time we ever touch these transmission lines. Alright, I'll bring it along underneath the car. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to give you a little bit of a glance at what we're looking at. Let me grab my light. Oh, come on now. Okay, we got lots of transmission fluid and a wet cooler line. Somebody spliced into this line already, both of them. And so I'm gonna try to mess with them, and I'm gonna take this guard off because that's one of the oil pans. I'm wondering if something in the torque converter area is messed up. I'm gonna take it off, get some answers, and I'll let you know. So it's really tight, so I'll catch you guys when I can. I would really love it if I could get your guys' opinion on all this. So if you could leave it in the comments. This is looking like a rear main seal issue. Looking like it's oil and not transmission fluid. For there, down here though, it's still looking like we got some transmission leak, so yay. I'm gonna just check the tightnesses of all these bolts, make sure they're not too tight, not too loose. Ignore the cross member that's about to collapse. Try my best to fix these lines, and then that's about it. That's all I can do for now. All I am able to do right now. Alright, I'll catch you guys when I'm out. Well, so I've determined that that is a rear main seal leak, which is badder. And that's going to take, well, a lot of my time to fix. So, yay. That means the engine 100% does now have to actually come out. But for now, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil, and it's going to have to wait till it starts snowing. And then I'll really start to dig into it. But I'm going to pull her down off the ramps and the jack stands, set it back on the ground, pull it outside so it can run for a while, and we'll check our coolant and everything, wait for it to suck in, thermostat to open so we can suck in all the coolant and make sure we're 100% full. And then once all that's done, and I guess we're going. I did tighten some of those pan bolts. I mean, you don't want them crazy tight at all. You got to be very careful with them, but mine were extremely loose. So I tightened up some of them, so in case there was any transmission leaks, I mean, that'll take care of it. But that rear main seal is the big issue, so I mean, as long as we got the coolant leak fixed for now, I can worry about the rear main seal at another point when it's snowing and I need to. And yeah, this is my means of transportation, so I need it right now. I can't be doing that. I'm just gonna tighten down the cooler lines. I remembered I didn't do that, so I'm gonna tighten those. No, I did do that. So never mind. This is ready to go. Like I said, I'm just gonna drop it off and I'll bring it back in. We'll shine it up and we'll call it a night. It's 10 o'clock, so we're getting near the end of the evening. Yep, we're still pretty cold, so we'll wait, give it some time to fast idle. I'm not gonna kick the idle down yet. probably need to add some transmission fluid, so I'm gonna do that while I wait, and then I'll catch you up. It's kind of hard to do and hold the camera, you know. So I'll just show you later. So I have had to come to the executive decision of we gotta pull the engine out of Parker. It's got a really bad real mean seal leak, and it's leaking about everything, and it kind of sucks, but oh well. We gotta get started today, and I don't know if we'll pull it out tonight or not. I mean, I don't even have an engine lift here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I'm gonna have to find somebody who has one or be really creative or something. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'll at least get mount bolts off and hold it up with just some jacks and some jack stands and get it ready so that I can borrow an engine lift if I need to rent one for just a day, and then I can take it all back in one day. I do have an engine stand that I can borrow, and I'll use that, but that's about it. So I've got lots of stuff to do. I've never pulled out an engine in my life, ever. Okay? I don't know what I'm doing. So you're gonna learn with me basically, and yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing here. Basically the thing needs to come out, and we need to clean it and then fix it and then replace the stuff and then put it back in and does the thing. So that's what we're gonna do.